I swear, I'm going to say Ted Bundy.
Hello and welcome to a frigid day in Millbrook, New York, as we open another chapter of the Battle of Route 44, which is Millbrook Boys Varsity versus Pomfret Boys Varsity. I'm Adam Beck. I am Charlie K, joined by Adam Beck. Excuse me, Adam, what do you have for today's game notes?
Well, this is definitely going to be an important game for a couple reasons. Number one, playoff seeding and potential playoff seeding. Both these teams, small schools, competitive game here. As I talked to Coach Sabelli yesterday, and he really emphasized Millbrook starting off strong in their last couple games, especially against Brunswick last time out. They were down 3-0 early, and by the time they were able to get their legs back under them the game was 5-0 and then out of hand. So fast start is really important here for Millbrook, but the history between Millbrook and Pomfret has not been very good for Millbrook. Millbrook's only 1-4 in the last 5 against this Pomfret team. However, Millbrook's had a lot of success at home this season, especially DJ Walsh, who's back in the lineup after potential concussion last time out against Brunswick. Good to see him back. Exciting hockey. We're just moments away from puck drop. Starting netminder today for Millbrook will be Jake Hugeson. He's been the absolute workhorse in net for this Millbrook team so far this year. And then for Pomfret, it's going to be Kellen Boton, the captain senior from Colchester, Connecticut. So here we go.
And boy, is it loud in here as we get set for puck drop. Millbrook will take possession right off the draw. Hopefully getting to that fast start as you just referenced, Adam Beck, and it's Zach Walsh working below his own dot in the own zone looking for a breakout. He'll find the far board, and Korpanicki sends that one deep, and Bouton out to play that. As it gets jammed up in front of the Pomfret bench, Millbrook coming away with it with Zach Walsh pinching deep, and he'll go the interchange with Mike Lucy, and a shot off, but Pomfret will regain control. Looking to start the breakout. Here they come through central ice. Millbrook back with numbers, and it looks like offsides against Pomfret.
Last time out, Pomfret lost 3-2 against Winston. 2 players to look for them, Jesse Henberg and Cam Geary, both goal scorers in that game. But more importantly for Millbrook, first game this season without their head coach, Coach Soriento. He's out due to some COVID protocol, as Millbrook will have Coach Sabelli as the interim head coach for today's matchup.
Pomfret winning this draw this time, as they will send it deep around for the dump and chase, but Camlow beats them to that puck. DJ Walsh now working in his own zone, playing the hatch game with Camlow as he starts to move forward. Jammed up there, and we'll get a whistle down. So a heavy forecheck right off the bat by Pomfret.
Yeah, definitely something that Pomfret wants to play with, but that's something that Millbrook's going to want to play with too. They're a team that definitely emphasizes that heavy forecheck, something that Coach Sorrento really bases the foundation of his team on. So we'll see how that plays out in today's game.
Nils Forselius and Cullen Hennessy set to take this draw as the refs have a little bit of a chat break. If you're just hopping on board, only 55 seconds in this first frame, 17:05 left. No score as of yet. And Cullen Hennessy gets the better of Nils Forselius at the dot. And it will start with DJ Walsh on to Dale Campbell. Dale Campbell looking for Hennessy in front of the net. He'll miss him. So it rims around the boards, and a good shot block there by William Stewart. as Millbrook keeps the offensive zone pressure on with Hennessy on the wall. Dale Campbell low now. Around the net he comes. Good stick check there by Forsalius, and Campbell not able to keep that one in. Pomfret now working in their own zone. They're there with Noah Webster. And here they come. Fast down the wings they are, getting steaming in the Millbrook zone. Quick shot there taken by Jesse Heinberg. As Adam Beck mentioned, he is dangerous on the ice for Pomfret. And Sam Sow not able to corral that, so it bounces back to Christo Walker. And whistled down for offside.
Another thing to note, Millbrook down a defenseman on the roster with Johnny McLaughlin home with COVID. I talked to Coach Sabelli about it yesterday, and he wasn't too worried about it. Obviously, McLaughlin's a very talented player, big player for them, not just defensively, but on the power play too. But he said that they're going to give guys opportunities, and they're just going to roll those defensive guys out there as they really are now at 6D.
So a Millbrook team that's pretty strong in the D-core. Hopefully they'll be able to move past the loss of John McLaughlin and hopefully onto a win today as Pomfret tries to get into the own zone cleanly, which they cannot, as Mazzarelli was there to break that play up. Sow now moving it to Santana through central ice, and he gets into the zone and will send it deep for the line change. Excuse me, no change. Pomfret the other way now. Neutral ice. Christo Walker with a little bit of a hit there, but not able to land solid contact. And Sal gets that as far as the Millbrook M for the line change. Walker all the way down, and that will be icing as that is touched up there by Carter Rugg.
Pretty good start here from Pomfret. They've been the better team out of the gate early in these first couple minutes. As I said in the open, Coach Sabelli really wanted to talk about getting a fast start for this Millbrook team, and it hasn't been there. So Millbrook's got to find their legs quickly before they lose more ice in this one.
So Christo Walker ties the man up at the draw. And Millbrook will get possession as Mazzarelli rims that off the boards. And Christo Walker throws a big hit in front of the Millbrook bench. Karam's in front of the net as far as D'Souza. He's a big body out there, and he'll send it all the way down as that one looked like it maybe got into the bench, but it doesn't. And icing is called as, I don't know, I thought Dan Urban maybe had won that race, but we play hybrid icing here in the NCAA rules.
Millbrook's got to watch these icing calls. That's the second icing in a row in just a span of about 30 seconds or so on the shift. And last game out against Brunswick, they had these similar issues. So once again, not the best start here from Millbrook. They've got to find their legs.
Yeah, they've got to make those tape-to-tape passes in their own zone to make the clean breakout rather than just dumping it down, as they do here from D'Souza to Walker, and he looks across for Mike Lucy, who couldn't get a stick on that. So Pomfret right back the other way, with Declan Chapman leading the charge. Matthew Spears working in under the goal line against D'Souza there, as a big hit is thrown by Dan Urban. And Millbrook will come the other way with Zach Walsh on the attack. Opts to take it low. Zach Walsh, a defenseman who likes to get down in the rush and play some offense. Good keep in there. Wasn't able to get it all the way deep. So Pomfret comes back with it. And a line change. Renaud not able to get a good pass off the Korpanicki as he's challenged there by Forsalius. And Pomfret with possession as that pass to the slot met no one. And Lucy coming the other way using his speed and physicality. 13:40 left in this first period. It's been a fast start for both teams. Pomfret outskating Millbrook a little bit, but no goals yet. As here's Pomfret now. Gets the tip through center ice. And Matt Orsini back to corral that puck and move it forward. Korpanicki off the wall looking for Panicola, but it gets to Keshner instead. And Korpanicki there to send it deep off the red line.
Good to see Keshner out there. Happy birthday to him. Number 18 in blue. I know he's excited to get to some pucks on net in today's game. I was talking to him earlier this morning and last night about the importance of just playing on his birthday. It's a very special moment for him.
So maybe Zach Keshner will provide us with a birthday tally, but nothing yet. We'll have to wait and see for that. And Hennessy, now behind his own goal, is tripped up there, and we will see a penalty coming as Hugeson rushes to the bench and Orsini on the attack, as Pomfret will touch up there with Heinberg. So we'll see some 5-on-4 action. Adam, what are you looking for in the Millbrook power play?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting on this power play here. Obviously, Johnny McLaughlin normally has a pretty big opportunity in power play, but looks like Fabrizio Mazzarelli will be taking a little bit of that time there. But I would like to see DJ Walsh with the puck here. Left the game early on Wednesday against Brunswick with a possible head injury. Hasn't practiced in a couple days, so this is his first action in a little bit. But he's a talented player. He's had some very good moments on home ice so far this year. So look for him to get the puck in that high slot and trying to get that puck on that.
So Jesse Heinberg was the man going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. And that could be a big blow to this Pomfret team. He's one of their key guys. As Millbrook couldn't keep it in the zone, so they'll have to restart and try and set up again with 12:24 left in the first period. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Maybe it'll come on this power play. Who knows? As Hennessy gets that puck and sends it to DJ Walsh on the boards, who moves it up high. Walking along the blue line is Mazzarelli on the interchange for Hennessy down low. Shifty DJ Walsh skates all the way back to the top of the circle. That play is broken up there by an even Volanen. Mazzarelli moving it to the man on the wall, which is Dan Urban. Dan Urban dogged there by a couple of Pomfret guys, who gets it back to the blue line. And a quick shot coming there. Good block there for Pomfret, as it was Charlie Falk coming in, sliding for a good block.
Yeah, really good job by that Pomfret defense and penalty kill, keeping everything the outside there. Didn't let any puck into the middle of their tight box, as we've just got about 52 seconds left on this power play here. But it looks like Millbrook will get the second power play unit out there. Interesting to see on that first power play unit, they opted for only one defenseman. Typically, this Millbrook team likes to run with two, but I'm sure based on Johnny McLaughlin being home, they're going to have to run with one, as we'll see Cam Lowe lead this power play unit.
So they got half the change in as they were whistled down for icing, so they're going to have to get the rest of the change in, or maybe just roll with the guys that they have. They will get Zach Walsh out there as Cam Lowe tumbles to the ice, still playing the puck from his bum, but Pomfret comes the other way. Pomfret trying to work in there, but he's tied up by Zach Walsh, who does a good job along the wall. And steaming back the other way is DJ Walsh. DJ Walsh from the top of the circle looking for Hennessy in front. That play was broken up. And now tied up down low. Pomfret holding it. Walsh comes away with it. It's Zach Walsh, quick shot off. Not a problem for Kellen Bouton.
A little bit better there for Millbrook. It looked like Hennessy tried to just shove that with his forehand, but probably should have gone to the backhand there, as that was a grade A scoring chance. But that one went wide. Nonetheless, still, you got 18 seconds left on the power play here. Can you get a little bit of offensive zone time? Try and build back in this game as Millbrook's starting to find their legs.
And Zach Walsh with a quick shot, glove down by Kellen Bouton. That was a little bit of a harder one, as that was a quick shot taken from the point. Just 14 seconds left in the penalty to Jesse Heinberg for tripping. 10:54 left in the first period. As Korpanicki will come in to take the draw against Constantino. That's a lot of vowels there and a lot of consonants. Cam Lowe now with the puck at the blue line as he moves it cross blue line to Zach Walsh, looking for a shot there. That's blocked away by Constantino, who spins into the corner looking to help. Noah Webster around the dasher and chips it forward as far as Fitzmaurice. Zach Walsh now coming the other way. Penalty has expired. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as Fitzmaurice comes down the wall, and we will get a whistle. So a fast-moving first period for the most part.
Yeah, I absolutely like that power play there by Millbrook. They had a couple nice chances, but most of the time they were in the offensive zone. That was a good way to get back into this game after a little bit of a slower start. So we'll see how Millbrook keeps that up here in the next couple minutes.
As Panicoli will come in to take the draw with Keschner and Rebello on the wings for him. Rebello getting first touch of the ice today. He's been a key depth guy for this Millbrook team this year. Both guys were tied up on the draw, and Keschner comes in to get possession for Millbrook. Renaud trying to send that deep, but that was blocked there by Ian Valanin, but Rebello gets it deep anyway. Tied up along the wall, Renaud, Keshner ping-ponging around, Valainen in there as well. Keshner back on it, and it's tied up once again by Renaud, doing a good job keeping it in as he loses a mitt. Rebello trying to get low, not quick enough. So here comes Charlie Falk the other way with Pomfret leading the charge. Gets a shot off, that goes wide. Hugesson not having to deal with that. Keshner with a little bump there to Luke Corrigan as Sam Renaud's glove still lies on the ice unclaimed.
Yeah, I was just going to comment on that, but nonetheless, good to see Millbrook here. It looks like they've gotten their legs under them. Much more of an even game here so far, so better than last time out against Brunswick. They're not in a 3-0 gap, but nonetheless, they have an offensive zone face-off opportunity here, and Zach Walsh has been playing a lot of these past couple minutes. Love his game, really calm, cool, and collected at the top of the blue line as he passes that one over.
And Pomfret coming the other way now. Luke Corrigan with the puck as he gets the red line and will go to the bench for a change. For Salius, hard forecheck there. No problem for Mazzarelli as he comes away with it and gets to central ice. Mazzarelli's going to keep going past the Pomfret blue line, leaving the interchange for DJ Walsh, one of his good friends. Hennessy not able to keep that, but Mazzarelli will send that deep once again. Hennessy tied up there as it comes to DJ Walsh at the blue line. Not the usual Walsh at the blue line. And looking for the headman pass that is offside, delayed offside. So Cameron Geary has to run back, and Millbrook gets a free breakout essentially as Zach Walsh comes the other way. He gets stopped at the blue line, but Sam Sow will get that deep. Cam Lowe with a good stick there. And Matt Orsini will start over. So Matt Orsini picking up those minutes that John McLaughlin would have taken. As Adam mentioned, we're down to 60 instead of our usual 7. As Hugesson thought he had that covered, but it trickled wide. So Cam Lowe will have to start a breakout instead of a face-off. Matt Orsini finding a good pass through Papo Santana as he gets that one past the goal line down to Sam Sow. Takes a bump on the boards by the Pomfret D. And Cam Lowe all the way back down. Josh Milso, a big guy on the Pomfret D. Just to mention, throwing a big hits back below the goal line. Got to be careful about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's 6'3", over 200 pounds, and Millbrook's not exactly the biggest team. So it'll be interesting to see how his physicality plays into this game this afternoon.
As it seems like it's a little bit of a pinball machine in neutral ice right now, as Cam Lowe will try and regain possession, slow everything down, and make some good passes. He finds a good pass with D'Souza up the wing. Gets the blue line, shot blocked there by Milso, as I just mentioned, who throws a massive hit on Korpanicki. And Renaud steaming down below. Korpanicki there again. Milso on him once again, sticking to him like... And Urban will start over again. Urban finding Lucy and right over the Millbrook M, but Pomfret will regain possession and send it all the way down. No icing as that was tipped there at the line by Jesse Heinberg. D'Souza looking for Renaud, who sends it along the dasher. Mike Lucy with a big hit there, and will get the zone out. And Korpanicki get with a high hit, definitely a penalty incoming. So Millbrook back to the power play after it was, I believe, Kai Constantino coming in with the high hit.
Yeah, high hit, wasn't going for the puck at all. Can't do that whatsoever, but nonetheless.
Excuse me, Charlie Falk, 2-minute minor for I believe interference.
Sounds like the refs weren't liking some of the back talking that was going on, so just went over to Coach Sabelli and was like, get your players to keep their mouth shut. But another power play opportunity here. Millbrook get some more possession and get a shot on net here.
I think something this Millbrook team has to be careful of also is discipline. Like you mentioned, they're not a huge team, so they can't really play super physically. Obviously, these guys can hang. They're hockey players. They can play physically, but they do not need to get tied into a all-out physical battle. That's not where this team shines. So they got to take advantage of this power play as DJ Walsh sends it all the way to the back wall. Hennessy with the hard forecheck there. Walsh in there with Walker, battling against the Pomfret guys as one of them fell on the puck. I'm not quite sure who that was, but Mazzarelli will have to start over there as Matthew Spears with a hard forecheck. Walker now, moving it to Walsh. Walsh gets into the zone along the wall, around to Hennessy. They'll set the power play up with just 1:03 left on the man advantage. DJ Walsh low now, looking for a pass into the slot to Christo Walker. Couldn't find it, so he'll chip off the boards instead. Mazzarelli there, holding it up against Aiden DeRusso, as that is tied up there well by DeRusso as he's killing time off this power play. Walsh takes him to the ice, but Pomfret will get it all the way down as their guys sprint to the bench for a change. And Dan Urban with a bad giveaway in front of the net. Good D there by Dan Urban as he made up for his mistake. Hugeson now without a stick, though. Hopefully Millbrook can get out of their own zone and get free with 22 ticks left on the man advantage. They're not able to, as that heavy Pomfret forecheck pays off once again. Sabelli calling for short shifts as the man advantage, just 5 seconds left on the minor to Charlie Falk, as Mike Lucy will start in his own zone. Lucy falling to the ice there, no penalty called, looking for one though. Korpanicki there, couldn't corral that puck, so here comes Pomfret the other way. Cross ice pass or shot, we're not sure, it misses the net. Lucy with some physicality down low. Korpanicki also getting physical below the goal. Doing a good job separating the puck carrier from the puck as Dale Campbell comes the other way. Not able to get it deep, but Cam Lowe not able also as a good block there. And a second good hit by Josh Milso.
Anyway, that was a pretty good penalty kill there from Pomfret once again. Keeping everything on the outside, not allowing Millbrook any opportunities. And arguably the best opportunity on that power play was Pomfret as well.
And Mike Lucy throws a massive hit against Luke Corrigan for absolutely interference. I mean, that's like interference one-on-one. You know,
Puck was nowhere nearby, and Lucy laid out the body for the 2-minute power play that Pomfret will go on now. But for Millbrook, they've had 2 power plays already. Pomfret's done a really good job on the penalty kill, but now it's Millbrook's turn on the penalty kill. We'll see Ryan D'Souza out there. We'll see Dan Urban as well as DJ Walsh, and can't quite see who's in the corner over there. But Millbrook's just got to be aggressive here, and they've got to be as physical as they can be. Make sure that they can't get everything in front of the net, and just make sure that they keep the game tied here.
So Walsh with some heavy pressure up at the top as a shot there is gloved down by Hugeson, and D'Souza keeping everyone clear of Hugeson.
Seemingly that happens every time we see a game here, but much smoother there from Hugeson after just a couple scary moments ago when Pomfret almost had that wide open goal and opportunity. But nonetheless, we got a minute 47 left on this power play. Puck is dribbled back into the Pomfret zone as they'll restart the power play here. We're just trying to get this camera working for you here as Pomfret will move this one through center ice. Good job from them breaking into the offensive zone as puck goes behind into the corner, back up top, and Pomfret moving it over to the slot. That's their captain there.
Looking for a shot there. Hugeson not really seeing that one, but he made the save anyway, and Pomfret will put that one in. And Matthew Spears with the goal just found himself in front of the net with no one on him and the puck right on his stick.
Yeah, unlucky break for Millbrook. Tough shot, original shot from the point through traffic. Jake Hugeson couldn't quite corral it. Rebound out, and Spears was just there, right time, right place. Found the back of the net to put Pomfret up 1-0.
So some of that discipline we talked about not paying off for Millbrook here is that was a power play goal for Matthew Spears. So they got to be careful not to give up the man advantage too often, as Zach Walsh isn't able to get a clean pass off, so he's going to have to retreat down below his own circle. Dale Campbell now through the blue line, and right into Charlie Falk, who holds him up and sends it the other way. Cullen Hennessy now with the puck below the Pomfret goal line as he goes to a knee but keeps the puck, and Mazzarelli toe picks there and falls down as some confusion at center ice with the ref getting in the way, and Zach Walsh will go the other way. He chips that one just deep and will retreat back to the blue line.
It almost looked like the ref knocked the stick loose, and that's not the first time that's happened where the ref's gone the way in the neutral ice. They've got to do a much better job of trying to stay out of the play.
Not to harp on the refs too much. We know it happens. They got to do their job and let these guys do their job. Anyway, that heavy Pomfret forecheck almost paying off, as that was really good hustle by Constantino, but Korpanicki takes it the other way. Korpanicki getting it deep. And Pomfret now trying to come at it as Lucy comes flying in, trying to make a hit. The other way, Constantino leaves it as they keep it around the boards. Here they come the other way. Renaud able to hold them up, but not hold the blue line. Cam Lowe chipping it back as far as center, as that's regained there by Lamar. Lamar gets that one deep below the Millbrook goal line, and Cam Lowe will backtrack. So it'll be Lucy now as he goes to a knee, a little bit of a trip there, and Renaud with a trip. But the refs didn't see either, so we'll continue to play 5-on-5.
And it's simply too much individual play here from Millbrook. A couple times now one guy's just trying to do too much with a puck, and Pomfret's able to take it the other way as they have another opportunity here.
You know, I think the other thing is that we're seeing a lot of dump and chase, and that Pomfret, with the heavier forecheck so far, they've been more successful than Millbrook with the not as heavy forecheck yet, as that one goes flying into the bench. But they'll keep playing as the refs didn't seem to see that one. I don't know how you missed it, but we'll continue to play.
I'm pretty sure it went off the backup netminder, gave Vasalo's body pad, and just went back onto the ice.
32 seconds left in this first period. That power play tally coming from Matthew Spears in the middle of the period as Hugeson gloves that one down using a little bit of his third baseman baseball skills for that one.
Yeah, he is on that varsity baseball team for Millbrook, so getting a little bit of early practice for the spring.
And something, as I'm sure most of the viewers are aware of, Teddy Balkind lost his life last week in a Brunswick-St. Luke's hockey game. Miss Sarah Balkind, his aunt, is a Millbrook graduate of 1984. Our hearts go out to her and the entire Balkind family as the hockey community mourns the loss of Teddy. And anyway, our hearts go out to her, class of 1984. As that is whistled out, as the refs finally saw that the puck left the playing area and hit the netting. Just 8.4 left in this first period. Millbrook down 1-0 after the Matthew Spears goal on the power play. They do have an offensive zone draw here, so maybe time for a pass and a shot, essentially, as Hennessy will come in and take the draw against Friselius. Friselius wins that draw, so it's just tied up there. And they'll let the play expire with Noah Webster and Mazzarelli sending that one deep. So 1 period of play down, just 1 goal. Matthew Spears with the power play tally. Quick period. Adam, what do you see in that period that you think Millbrook needs to do better on?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Millbrook, a little bit of a slower start. Once they found their legs and they got under their legs a little bit more, they did better. But nonetheless, too much individual effort. Too many guys trying to make too many plays with the puck, especially their own defensive zone that gave off a couple scoring chances in that regard. So Millbrook's just got to play a little bit more of that team game, make sure that they're, passing the puck, clean breakouts as we're trying to get this camera angle working for you guys. But with that said, after 1 period, Millbrook 0, Pomfret 1.
It pretty much is.
Like, can they actually do something for them? Like, they hit the man like twice. It was before too. I will not film. Like, boo at least. Like, come on. Nothing? And we are back as we get set to start the second period of action. 1-0 Pomfret is your score on a power play tally from Matthew Spears in the middle of the period. As we start with Dan Urban, Mike Lucy, and Connor Korpanicki for Millbrook. Lucy laying an early hit as Millbrook wants to come out fast and they want to come out hard. Valainen trying to keep that in, and that one gets past Falk. And Korpanicki coming in fast as he gets a quick shot off. Good save there by Bouton as we get a whistle.
Good start from Millbrook there. Just before the period started, good to see DJ Walsh trying to rally up the boys, the captain, number 7 in blue for Millbrook. He's going to be a big part of this Millbrook offense moving forward in this game. So it'll be interesting to see what he can get going on the offside for Millbrook.
Yeah, DJ Walsh is definitely one of the big Millbrook producers as that one comes all the way down to Hugeson, who will have to cover as they couldn't get the icing.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there between Hugeson and Zach Walsh. I think Hugeson wanted Walsh to move out to his right and Hugeson to pass that puck over, but I don't think Walsh was able to do that as they try and hash that out.
So Forselius coming in to take the draw against Hennessy. Forselius has been great at the faceoff dot for Pomfret so far, winning a lot of his draws. Hennessy sending it deep, no icing, that's waved off. Dale Campbell with the hard forecheck there. DJ Walsh as well throws a good hit there. And Dale Campbell continues to forecheck and pester the Pomfret defense as we get a penalty for roughing. On DJ Walsh. Not sure I saw that penalty in my eyes. Apparently the refs did, but DJ Walsh going in the box. 2 minutes for roughing.
And Millbrook's got to be careful here. I mean, they're 1-0 down. Solid start, I guess 50 seconds into the period, but now you're on the penalty kill. You got to make sure that you lock up here and play sound defensively.
So Millbrook getting it all the way down, which is good. Good to see the penalty kill doing its job early as Bouton comes out to play that one. And it'll now be Forselius. Forselius, one of these Pomfret captains and a leader on this team, steams all the way the 200 feet, or about 196 in the Millbrook barn, and continues to skate around before leaving that to get cleared deep. Pomfret setting up their power play. Now at the blue line, with Lamar, who sends a shot which is deflected up and out of play.
You can hear on the sidelines the coaches just wanting Millbrook to be a little bit more aggressive on their blue line, not allowing Pomfret to have that smooth entry and get that power play set up. So let's see how that plays out. Millbrook trying to be a little bit more aggressive defensively in the next minute 30 on the penalty kill.
16:35 left in the second period of action. 1-0 Pomfret, as we remind you, and 1:23 left on the penalty to DJ Walsh. As it is Lamar on the blue line looking for Forsalius, and a great save maybe off the mask of Hugeson as Harf calls for interference. And Forsalius dancing in the slot, gets around some D, and he puts it in the back of the net. Highlight reel goal for Nils Forsalius.
Yeah, fantastic goal there on the power play. Nice individual effort there, getting around the Millbrook defense. And Jake Hugeson trying to sprawl out to his right and just put it right over his pad. But, coaches screamed for interference a couple times there. Looked like Pomfret tried to, pick almost the play, kind of like in basketball, which you can't do in hockey. But refs let that slide, and Millbrook's down 2-0 now.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about these refs, but that's not my job to judge, as we're only here to talk, not to judge. Hugeson blockering that long drive down and into the corner as Christo Walker sends that off before he tumbles to the ice. Renaud there trying to finish his check. And it's now Marcus Santana with a shot that is sailed down there. Pomfret doing a good job of blocking shots, too. That's something else they've done well today, as well as forechecking and a lot of other things.
Yeah, they've been the faster, stronger team through a period and a couple minutes here. But, Millbrook's going to just get back to the fundamentals. Those clean breakouts, keeping the puck in the zone, working the boards, all that stuff.
As we speak of boards, he gets tied up there and goes all the way back to Mazzarelli. Mazzarelli looking for Renaud up the wall, who sticks for it and gets it as far as center. Noah Webster there for Pomfret trying to start a breakout, but Mazzarelli picks up the loose change in neutral ice and he gets the zone. He'll hook back, send a shot wide. Eschner on the forecheck trying to keep that puck alive, and some offensive more time for Millbrook as they get a little bit of a change in. Panicola now checking into the game off the bench. That shot is fanned there, that clearance is fanned on by William Stewart. So Keshner gets that at central ice as that hits the ref. And Rebello now deep. Rebello in the corner. Panicola now. As here comes Forsalius the other way for Pomfret. Forsalius just with that power play goal looking for a wraparound, but that gets away from his blade. And Falk will send it to his D partner there, which is blocked down his shot. And Forsalius once again dancing low, and it's Falk sending it D to D. Shot there. Pad save made by Hugeson. Low cleaning up the rebound and finding Keshner through central ice.
Yeah, Niels Forsalius, a couple really big opportunities. Is another save there by Jake Hugeson.
On Aiden DeRusso. Good job coming out of his crease to make the save.
Yeah, right at the top of his crease, aggressive there. But Forsalius, couple awesome opportunities. I mean, he is showing off some of that skating ability and some of that puck handling ability too. A couple nice shifts in a row for him after scoring the goal. But he's a guy that the Millbrook Mustangs are really going to have to clamp down on, because if you give him open ice, he can make some plays.
So it'll be Panicola on the draw for Millbrook, and it'll be Aiden DeRusso for Pomfret. DeRusso getting better of Panicola at the faceoff, and Pomfret will gain the offensive zone. Panicola there, sticking at it. They get it to central ice with Rebello. Rebello there, off the wall. They get a little bit of a change in. Comes as far as Ursini, who sends it back the other way, looking for Lucy, gets past him, and it will be icing. A little bit hard to see, but I have to imagine that probably hit off Mike Lucy. 13:37 left. Pomfret up 2-0 on two power play goals, one in the first by Matthew Spears and one in this period, the second, by Nils Forsalius on a highlight reel goal as he danced around the Millbrook D and found the back twine. Ursini up off the glass, gets it out of his zone, but Noah Webster throws it back that way, so Cam Lowe will have to backtrack and try and break out once again. Lowe finding the headman, Dan Urban there. Couldn't quite get the blue line blocked up there And Pomfret comes the other way once again. Low looking through center ice for Korpanicki possibly, and Noah Webster will have to backtrack as Korpanicki hard forecheck. Rebello the follow-up, or excuse me, not Rebello, Urban the follow-up man with a shot that goes high up. And Renaud will start over. Lucy now dancing around a couple guys, couldn't get past the third there as he gives that up, and that good glove save there made on Luke Corrigan. And Lucy will find the safety behind his own net. Throwing it back again for D'Souza. D'Souza up off the wall. Millbrook can't get a clean breakout in. And Renaud finally will with Lucy, who gets it just as far past the red line, and no possession there. Hennessy trying to break up the play, can't. Goes the length of the ice, and D'Souza once again looking for a breakout, only able to throw it off the wall. So once again, Millbrook D has to backtrack. And a bad giveaway there by Renaud, but that's able to be recovered by Hennessy, who tumbles to the ice, and we will see a tripping call against Pomfret as finally the refs open up their eyes and get...
Big break for Millbrook there. I mean, it's been all Pomfret for the past 4 or so minutes, and Millbrook's trying to beat this Pomfret high forecheck with, you know, passes off the boards and just individual effort and individual play, trying to stick handle through players, and that hasn't worked, and it's not going to work against this heavy forecheck here. So Millbrook's got to do a much better job in that regard of utilizing their teammates and having that controlled breakout, really going back to fundamentals, making sure that they have their game underneath them. But right now, it's been all Pomfret.
Yeah, like you said, it's been all Pomfret, so this is a good chance for Millbrook to get back into this game. It's only 2-0, so one goal will change a lot of stuff as Urban's shot is blocked there and sent the length of the ice. Something to note, Jesse Hindman was the guy taking the 2-minute minor for tripping. That is his second 2-minute minor for tripping this game, so he's got to watch out, be a little bit more disciplined on the Pomfret side. Hennessy now with it, dances past and into the offensive zone, leaving for DJ Walsh, who shoots high up and over the net. Coaches say every time, hit the net. And Urban will have to restart as he wasn't able to corral the bouncing biscuit.
That was fantastic play there by Colin Hennessy, skating away from danger and finding DJ Walsh in that grade A scoring opportunity. Just put that puck high and over the net, but you got to get that puck on net. That's the only way you score goals, but really good opportunity there for Millbrook.
So plenty of time as Millbrook gets it set up in the zone. Shot blocked up and out of play. Great there by block by Ian Valainen. 11:10 left, 101 in the minor to Heinberg. And will now be the second power play unit for Millbrook with Campbell, Korpanicki, Lucy, Lowe, and Walsh. Zach Walsh, that is. Zach Walsh not able to keep that one in, so they have to retreat to center ice. That once again, that heavy forecheck from Pomfret, you see coming in with two guys even on the penalty kill. As Lowe tries to get to the red line and get it deep, not quite deep enough. Lamar gets it all the way back to Walsh. Walsh up the wall, cross ice there from Korpanicki to Lucy as Lucy gets into the zone. Lucy stick handling, does a good job getting it deep, up off the glass there. Glove down by Walsh as he runs into Korpanicki, his own guy there. And away comes Lamar with it, but gets stopped there by Lowe as they're whistled offside.
Yeah, Mike Lucy a little too eager to get into the opposite zone there. It looked like there was an opportunity as a couple shoves and extracurriculars on the side as Mike Lucy got into it.
And Lucy, you know, guy who likes to push the line a little bit.
Yeah, he can definitely.
And he's going to the box as well as how many Pomfret guys? Just one. So it'll be Lucy and Matthew Spears with coincidental minors.
And I think what happened there is Spears came over after Lucy kind of circled around the net, and he didn't quite shoot the puck on that, but he kind of just like tapped it there. And Spears didn't like that too much, so he came over and shoved Lucy. So I think that's what happened there. Coach Harf telling Lucy to stop complaining and just take a seat.
So I believe the question now is whether it's penalties, it's coincidental minors, no penalty, or 4-on-4. I believe roughing 2 minutes each should be coincidentals. Lucy's still chirping at the ref, unhappy with the call, and don't blame him, a little bit soft. 10:30 left in the second period, 2-0 Pomfret, we remind you, on 2 power play tallies. Millbrook with a little bit of power play time left, just about 21 seconds.
They're trying to just get that back on the clock, because I think once they put those other penalties in, the Lucy and Spears penalties, they lost the clock there.
So it'll be 22 seconds of power play time as Dale Campbell tumbles the ice. Easy interference call for the official. And so now we'll see, I believe, 5-on-3 for Millbrook for about 15 seconds, as that is Josh Milso. I mean, easy call. That's interference 1-on-1. Just dumb play by Milso.
Wasn't moving his feet.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that simple. But Millbrook has a good opportunity here. It's 5-on-3 for 15 seconds or so.
And then they'll move into the 5-on-4. As Harf is calling about trying to figure out how much penalty time is on Lucy, as so the refs not sure if they know what's going on. We're not sure we know what's going on, but we're playing hockey again, 5-on-3. So it'll be Cam Lowe sitting at the blue line there trying to keep it in, but that's sent the length of the ice there by Noah Webster. He's been pretty good on the Pomfret back end all day. So we finally get some of the clock straight with 1:45 left on the minor to Pomfret, as we now play 5-on-4 hockey.
Fantastic individual effort there by Fabrizio Mazzarelli, just getting the legs moving through center and stick handling there for a great opportunity in front of the net.
As DJ Walsh dances in, follow-up chance there by Walker, wasn't able to put it home, but Millbrook keeps possession as it's now Hennessy below the goal, moving it up top to Mazzarelli as he walks across the blue line and switches back to Hennessy, back up to the blue line to Mazzarelli. Hennessy playing catch with Mazzarelli now as they about 6 or 7 passes between the two of them, and they'll finally switch it up to Walsh, DJ Walsh that is, as shot taken there by Cam Lowe, rebound not able to be put away by Hennessy as that was a bouncing puck in front of the net, wide open, just couldn't get the right stick on it. Anyway, Millbrook power play doing a good job getting set up here, as it's DJ dancing at the top of the circle. He'll move it to the blue line as Mazzarelli walks in, sharp angle shot there taken by Lowe, and Pomfret will get that all the way clear as they get a change in, much needed. 32 seconds left on the minor as we're whistled down. Bench, too many men, I believe, is the bench minor. I think
Korpanicki will take it as the ref.
Although, as I understand it, if it's a bench minor, I think you can choose who serves. I'm not sure what the ref is so adamant about. Yeah, so we're hearing too many men from the playing surface. I was almost certain that maybe I'm thinking NHL rules versus NCAA, but I thought anybody could serve the bench minor. So I'm still confused as to why Korpanicki's serving that.
The ref seemed...
Oh, taunting is the call as we get... So...
And it's just more discipline here. I mean, Millbrook's just got to, shut up, for lack of a better term, and play their game. They're down 2-0 for, what was another slow start, similar to, Brunswick where they were down 3-0. But, they got to get back into it. And silly penalties and talking and taunting and all that stuff, it's not going to win you hockey games. It's only going to put you behind the curve. And Millbrook's not helping their case right now.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything on that play. The only thing I saw was some confusion on the Millbrook bench. My guess would have been too many men. We're getting word that it's unsportsmanlike now, so Korpanicki in the box. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 27 seconds. Then it'll be 1:33 of Pomfret power play time. As we're still trying to figure out what's going on. Forsalius talking to the ref, trying to figure out what's going on as well. As Harf is talking on the bench to the ref. And I'm not sure anyone knows what's going on, really. As Ursini comes in to serve another penalty. So, too many men and unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike going to Korpanicki. Ursini serving the too many men. We got 4 guys out there for Millbrook, though. And that will... As it will be 3 guys for Millbrook. So they're down. Pomfret's down a guy. 27 seconds left on the interference minor for Pomfret. Then we got 2 minutes for too many men. And then 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. Korpanicki on the unsportsmanlike as Walsh lofts that one down. So Pomfret about to go 5-on-3 in just 20 seconds. Right now we're 4-on-3 as it starts here with the breakout. Getting the zone is Forsalius. Forsalius waits up there, moves it up to the D-man, Lamar there, who just sits at the top of the blue line, moving to Forsalius as they move it cross ice. Walsh doing a good job dogging the winger there. And Lamar with a shot. Good save there made by Hugeson as Walsh wasn't able to get that all the way out. And we're now playing 5-on-3 hockey. Forsalius at the dot takes a shot that goes up and high and gets all the way out of the zone. Long change in the second period, so Millbrook not able to get any fresh legs. 7:58 left in the period. 1 minute, 10 seconds left in both the unsportsmanlike and too many men calls. So about a minute left more 5-on-3 as Sousa gets in there trying to get the zone, not able to. Shot comes there, blocked down by Sousa as he's doing a good job in the defensive zone. Walsh lofting that, not past the blue line though, so no change. Sousa getting in front of that one. Hugeson with a couple quick saves, good for him as he wasn't able to see that. And that's held up there by Lamar. Lamar faking the shot, moves it wide instead. Back to Lamar, does take a shot. This time it's blocked in front somewhere in the pants of Ryan D'Souza. And a good sequence there for D'Souza.
Yeah, really good sequence from D'Souza. A lot of hard work. But I love Jake Hugeson right now in that. He's moving really well left to right, tracking that puck, making sure to keep that body in front with, Pomfret up 2 men right now. There's a lot of traffic in the front of the net, but he's doing a really good job seeing through it.
So D'Souza basically the exemplary defenseman on a 5-on-3, sacrificing the body, getting in the passing lane, getting in the shooting lane, laying his body down. Really good sequence from him as Pomfret will have to reset. They did get the change in for Millbrook as the play was whistled down. So it'll be Renaud, Lowe, and Walker out there instead. It'll be the second power play unit out for Pomfret as well as Noah Webster takes a shot there and breaks his stick, and that's sent all the way down. 9 seconds left on the penalties to the Millbrook bench and Korpanicki as Pomfret not quite able to get it set up. Penalties will expire. We're back to 5-on-5 as Milso takes a shot and a follow-up chance. They score. Pomfret. William Stewart off the rebound. Hugeson, not much he was able to do about that one.
Unlucky break there from Millbrook. He just killed off the 5-on-3. It's back to even strength and a great opportunity there by William Stewart. Takes the shot, rebound, just right back into his path, and he puts it in at home. Just tough break there for Jake Hugeson. I mean, did pretty much everything he do. I mean, even on that shot, kind of deflected it into the net off the pad. But, Millbrook down 3-0 now. How can they respond? If you get a goal quickly, maybe that you can get another one and try and get that snowball effect to get back into this game.
Yeah, plenty of time left. 6:40 left in the second period, and obviously a third period coming up after that. 3-0 Pomfret, as the guys on the Pomfret bench are reminding not to get ahead of themselves. As Coach Harf is having a conversation with the ref here. Hennessy ready to take the draw. Constantino also ready to take the draw, and here we go once again. Both get tied up there. Dale Campbell trying to get that puck down. And the Pomfret D guy is doing a good job sending it back to center. DJ Walsh doing a better job getting it deep. Charlie Falk there, sending it back behind his own net. And it'll be Verlaine in there, looking for a headman pass. Couldn't find it as it was broken up there by the Millbrook forecheck. Charlie Falk behind the safety of his own net. Forecheck there by Hennessy. And Walsh, DJ Walsh doing a good job sticking for it along the wall, but Pomfret comes away with it. Not a crisp pass. They still get past central ice and into the zone, though. Mazzarelli down low. Pomfret, sharp angle shot. Hugesson with a good save. Follow-up chance, didn't find the net as that one comes chipped all the way back past Valainen, and he'll have to restart.
Yeah, Pomfret's getting into the front of the net way too easily in the offensive zone. I mean, Millbrook defensively has to do a better job keeping the puck away from right in front of the net. That's been too much of a regular occurrence in the past couple minutes for this Millbrook team.
So Lamar trading there, D to D, as Pomfret starts to break out. They get through center, they get into the Millbrook zone, but Gio Panicola does a good job cleaning up the loose puck and getting Millbrook possession back. Mazzarelli now working through central ice, a little bit of a stick handling move there, and gets the Pomfret zone. That didn't last long as that's lofted all the way back to center ice, but Cam Lowe gloves that one down. And it'll be Lamar resetting again. And Keshner with a good hit there. As Millbrook gets the zone, Gio Panicola's shot was sticked down, and Keshner comes away with the puck. Keshner with a long shot attempt coming from the outside of the hash mark. Rebello now down below, sending it to the front of the net, but nobody home for Millbrook. Ursini coming in. His shot was sticked down, and he'll have to backtrack all the way to restart for Millbrook as we get whistle. I believe icing is, yes, Pomfret does ice that puck. So, I mean, I don't know what the refs are doing. There should be no change on that.
Yeah,
I mean, this is poor reffing.
I don't know if the refs know what they've been doing all game. But, you know, yeah, just under 5 minutes left here in this second period. Can Millbrook try and get one, squeeze one out?
Good face-off win there, and a good shot attempt by Orsini. Too much traffic in front of the net as Pomfret on the break now, and that shot goes wide. You got to hit the net on the breakaway. I mean, come on. And that was Declan Chapman missing the net there. And so Christopher Walker will start for Millbrook. Finding Marco Santana, who goes cross-ice looking for Sal. Gets in alone. Sal alone, and his shot goes up and wide. Might have been deflected there by Milso. And it's now 2-on-3 the other way. Pomfret getting the trailing man. The good triangle set up. Shot blocked away by Walker, though. Not finding the net.
Yeah, I think Sabansow didn't quite have the angle there as Milso was able to close it quite quickly.
And here we go. Pomfret on the break once again. Comes in and 5-hole. They score. Aiden DeRusso right through the 5-hole on Jake Hugesson. I mean, you cannot let him walk in like that. We saw that happen in a sequence. Sal did get a breakaway, but that was 2 Pomfret breakaways in a matter of 30 seconds. I mean, come on. The Millbrook defense has got to be covering better than that.
And the body language doesn't look good either. I mean, this bench is, you know, they're tired. They look worn out. The guys on the ice just don't even know what this game is anymore. You're down 4-0. Come on, show some spirit, show some fight here. Make your coaches proud, and we'll go out there and get back into this game.
You know, if you get a goal before the period is over, this game is certainly not over. Not much offense being shown by Millbrook yet so far. Mac, and we'll see a penalty coming up against Pomfret. Holding is the call, so I think Charlie Falk going to the box. 2 minutes for holding. So this is a golden opportunity for Millbrook to get back into the game. 2-minute minor. They've got to get the power play set up. 3:36 left in the period. As Sabelli's yelling at Huggy to be aware, he's a little confused. I mean, maybe he got caught a little off guard on the breakaway. That's what they were referencing. They'll do the draw again as Versalius and Hennessy jump the gun. Versalius wins that one, but good job there by DJ Walsh to get control of the puck and set up the power play. Mazzarelli at the blue line for Dan Urban now, who skates to the top of the circle and interchanges with Mazzarelli. Shot there, missed by Hennessy as he wasn't able to get some good wood on that one. Mazzarelli looking for Walsh down low. Walsh looking cross crease to Walker, who couldn't get a good stick on that as he was taken down.
Yeah, really good idea there by DJ Walsh to try and get that puck down below the goal line and put it back towards Walker, but that pass just handcuffed him there.
So Mazzarelli looking for Hennessy, who tries to find the guy in the slot, which is Christo Walker, but here comes Forsalius the other way, breakaway for Forsalius. Good save there by Hugerson. He's not able to cover and it ends up not in the back of the net, goes wide as Hugerson made a good save. But the Millbrook D's got to be aware of the breakaways.
Yeah, they've got to be much better there, just not playing strong at all. Let Forsalius run it right through the middle of the ice and straight at the netminder. Great job by Jake Hugerson coming up that save and the follow one to keep this game where it is.
So Cam Lowe, now behind Hugerson, finds Dale Campbell on the breakout. Couldn't quite corral that. That was broken up there by Matthew Spears, who comes back the other way, and he'll chip it to waste more time. Lamar with Spears playing in their own zone. A little bit of a giveaway as Walsh goes to the bench, and now Zach Walsh on it, all the way back for Cam Lowe. 23 seconds left on the holding minor to Charlie Falk. 4-0 Pomfret, we remind you, with 1:53 left in the second period. Millbrook got to get their feet moving, got to get the offensive zone running well. As a shot missed there by Lucius. It was a good idea by Dale Campbell to put it into this high slot. As they do get the power play set up, as that's rimmed around the boards by Zach Walsh. And all the way to Urban with the guy coming in off the box. And Urban is taken down from the back. Not much he could do there. And here comes Pomfret the other way. Heinberg there with a shot, or maybe a pass that goes through the crease. And now it'll be Urban 1-on-3 with the back checker. Heinberg coming. Shot there. That's blocked down there by Valanin, though. And Korpanicki trying to get it deep, but not able to as he throws a hit there. And it's going to be interference against Korpanicki as shot taken there. And it'll be 6-on-5 at the moment as Millbrook touches up. So I believe the call is interference against Korpanicki. Or no, check to the head is a signal from the referee. Not sure if I agree with that. I would have called it interference, but you know, it's up to the ref, not up to me.
Looks like Josh Milso, number 6 in white, the big defenseman for Pomfret, a little bit shaken up. Seems to be just on the bench, actually behind the bench, just kind of standing there with an ice pack in his hands. Just gonna see what that's about. As Pomfret been one of Pomfret's better defensemen today.
Yeah, Josh Milso, a big guy. You said 6'3", over 200 pounds. Be a big loss to lose him. So hopefully he's able to get back onto the ice for Pomfret. Pomfret now with power play time. 56.4 left in the period that Millbrook's got to kill off, and then they'll have about another minute in the third period to kill off. Dale Campbell now working hard along the wall against Noah Webster, but that goes all the way back to the blue line as it was walked along the blue line there by Carter Rugg. Shot there taken by Charlie Falk. That one didn't hit the net, I don't believe, and it's chipped all the way out of the zone as Dale Campbell tries to get the change. And so Pomfret with 28 seconds left to work in this second period. Starting to break out with Charlie Falk going cross ice looking for Noah Webster, but that's clogged up there by Renaud. Noah Webster gets that loose puck past Renaud, and Renaud now held up behind the net and taken to the boards. Noah Webster there. Shot taken from the top of the circle as Hugerson squared up to that one to make a good save.
Yeah, Pomfret's really just broken this game out in this second period here. And with 7 seconds left here, Millbrook just make sure that they keep everything away from the net. But, you know, Pomfret's going to go into the third period with power play time and a 4-goal lead, which is definitely somewhere where you want to be if you're Pomfret.
Yeah, so 7 seconds left in the period as time will expire as Orsini holds it along the wall. And time expires. So 2 periods of play down, 1:03 of penalty time left. The Korpanicki minor for a check to the head in the third period up to come. Pomfret up 4-0 after they laid on 3 goals in the second frame. And we will be right back with you in just about 10 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the third period action. Millbrook versus Pomfret. Pomfret up 4-0 after 3 second period tallies. And they're also starting this third period up a man after Korpanicki took a 2-minute minor for checking to the head. So they'll start on the power play. Pomfret now with Forselius behind his own net, looking to start this power play and get it set up. A little bit of an errant pass there by Forselius and picked up by Urban. Mazzarelli fails on the clear attempt, but he'll get it clear the second time. Millbrook looking like a little bit of a faster, more peppier team in this beginning of the third period, as Urban has a good forecheck there, followed up by Hennessy, but Pomfret still gains the line. And they'll skate down with a shot. A good block there by Urban, as DeRusso was not able to get the shot off, and cleared all the way down by Mazzarelli. Just 17 seconds of power play time left for Pomfret, and 17:10 left in this third period of action, as Pomfret looks to start all over again. Korpanicki, just 5 seconds left in the box, and it'll be Forselius gaining the blue line. Angled off there and separated from the puck by DJ Walsh. That's textbook hockey, as Lowe sends it up the wall, looking for DJ Walsh. Doesn't get it out of the zone, though. Walsh there. Mazzarelli with a good stick getting it out of the zone and finding some open ice for himself. Gets into the zone 2-on-2 with Walsh. Opts for a shot. Good save there by Buton, as the follow-up goes behind the net. Penalty obviously expired at this point, as we have about just 16 and a half left in this third period. 4-0 Pomfret if you're just hopping on board. Noah Webster in there working against Christo Walker and Mike Lucy. Loses that battle, so Renaud with the puck at the blue line fires that one down, and that's covered there by Buton, as Santana was looking for a loose rebound possibly, but Buton did a good job covering up.
Millbrook's come out of the locker room much better here in the third period. Looks like they've got an extra pep in their step, but they're down 4 goals, and at this point, the game's not quite out of the hand if they get a quick one, but it's not looking too good. But they got to keep up that energy and that intensity as they try and get one back here.
And Pomfret now coming the other way. They'll start the breakout and get it past the Millbrook blue line and dump it in, as a good hit there was thrown by Renaud. And a shot taken, loose puck in front of Hugeson and gets past him, but Millbrook does a good job cleaning up the rebound. Cam Lowe, the saving grace on that play. So he moves it to Renaud, who finds Walker in his own zone, and all the way back to Lowe it comes, as Walker was tied up there. So Lowe will get it into the offensive zone by himself. Skates past a little bit of a check there by Charlie Falk, and gets all the way to Walker, who throws a shot on. That's blocked there. Throws another follow-up shot. Gets past and wide. Missed the net. And gets all the way down, as Millbrook will get the change in. Heavy forecheck incoming from Cam Geary, as he was hard on Matt Orsini there. Gio Panicoli fans on the shot, as Forselius was right on him. And Cam Lowe, once again, veteran Millbrook defenseman, getting it all the way down and icing.
We got 3 minutes into this third period of action here. Millbrook's.
And a quick shout out to Zach Bookman, class of Millbrook 2020, as he has been blowing up on the Bandits, I believe, OMCHL team. Just set a record for points by a defenseman. Shout out to Zach Bookman, former Millbrook defenseman, former Millbrook star. Shout out to him. Keep doing the good work in the OMCHL. As D'Souza works back now, and Walsh fans on the pass attempt, so he'll move it back to his D partner, D'Souza, who gets that pass off, but only gets as far as center ice, as that was broken up. Panicoli not able to stop the shot, so Hugeson will have to do that with his blocker instead. Breakout made by Panicola and Keshner. Panicola comes in, shot taken high and wide, got to hit the net there. And jammed up there by D'Souza, as Pomfret sticks and tries to get it out of the zone. Panicola sends that one deep again, as he rushes to the bench. Not happy about missing the net, I'm sure, as Rebello takes down Charlie Falk, and it will be 2 minutes for tripping. Sort of just going at him a little late.
Yeah, it just happens. Didn't move his legs, just put out the stick and tripped up Charlie Falk there. But, penalty kill here. I mean, this Pomfret team has been lights out, lighting the lamp on this power play so far. I mean, they have 2 power play goals in this game so far, and the guy to watch really for them, who's not, he is out there, Niels Forselius, the captain, 13 in white. Watch that stick handling, watch that speed there, as he's really that playmaker for this Pomfret squad.
So Urban in to take the draw there against DeRusso. DeRusso wins that draw, so Pomfret gets the offensive zone pressure right off the draw on the power play. Mazzarelli tying that puck up along the boards, trying to kill some time and maybe hopefully clear it out. It's still tied up along near that back door of the rink. Forselius comes away with it. He'll move it to Lamar at the blue line. Philippe Lamar interchange with Forselius, and he'll move it right back to Lamar. Setting up, trying to get the shot off, but Renaud doing a good job getting in the shooting lane there. So they'll have to go down low instead. Shot in front, and it tips in there.
I think it's another
Matthew Spears with
that.
his second of the night. Hugeson, no help in front. Spears found the puck on his stick right in front of the net. Another garbage goal for him.
And it's been that case all day. I mean, Millbrook is just giving that right in front of the net, right in Jake Hugeson's creek. It seems like there's no defense there whatsoever. And it's just shocking how Millbrook's not able to collapse defensively and stop the puck from getting there. But, you're down 5-0 now. You got to put something on the board here. You got to do something right in this game. And they got to get at least a goal. Just energy is I think, what the coaches are going to want. At least some of that fight and some of that grit trying to get back into this game at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And so they'll try and start that here. Urban now throwing a couple good hits on Nate Watson most recently as Luke Corrigan comes the other way. Shot blocked there by Cam Lowe. And Ryan D'Souza trying to start the breakout with Mike Lucy, but he's not able to get a clean tape-to-tape pass on him, so it'll restart. Lucy, same exact play. This time it's a good breakout. As far as Urban at center ice, who wasn't able to quite corral that on the backhand of his stick. Noah Webster making a good tape-to-tape pass, but to Luke Corrigan, back off Charlie Falk, back all the way to Noah Webster, who goes cross-ice there, and they gain the line. Pomfret now in the offensive zone, getting some pressure, but Mac Elliott does a good job separating the puck carrier from the puck. And Millbrook comes the other way as Lucy goes to the ice. No call there. Thought it might have been a trip, but we'll continue play 5-on-5. Lucy on the puck once again as that's fired off the glass by Pomfret. And Ernie moves it back, missing the D-to-D pass, and Mazzarelli will start over. And here comes Lucy. 3-on-2 here. Opts to take a shot that's deflected up and out of play.
Pomfret's positioning defensively all day has been superb. I mean, they're getting the sticks and the bodies in the lanes that they need to be getting. They've just done a very good job defensively so far, led by one of their captains, Philip Lamar, who's done a really good job, senior out of St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I think you watch that play, you think Lucy probably should have passed that, but the defense there basically forced him to the outside, forcing him to shoot. So really good D, as Adam just mentioned, as that comes flying towards us, and we will do the draw once again. So 12:15 left in this third period of action. Pomfret up 5-0, as Millbrook looks to try and get just some offense at the end of this game. Hennessy in to take the draw. He loses. He wins that draw, actually, excuse me. As Mazzarelli puts a shot on, looking for a tip in front there by Cadu, but not able to get a stick on it. Hennessy throwing it down low for Walsh, who's taken off the puck, but Hennessy regains control as it's still loose under the net. As Pomfret comes the other way. And offsides.
Pomfret's really taking command of this game in this third period, adding another goal on the board for them as they make the lead 5-0. But, if you're Millbrook here, this game is more or less out of reach at this point, but you still want to put something up on the board for your teammates, for your coaches, as well as for the fans, too.
Absolutely.
You got to do something right in this game, and it hasn't been a lot of, anything good in this game. I mean, the defense has allowed way too many opportunities, especially right in front of their net. But more importantly, the offense hasn't got anything going. So you got to do something right The fundamentals, I've been saying it time and time again, you got to get back to that. But do something right in these last 12 minutes or so.
And an injury update from earlier in the game. Josh Milso has left the game with a shoulder injury, So he is out for the rest, and hopefully not much longer for him and this Pomfret squad, who needs the big 6'3" defenseman in Josh Milso. Anyway, back to the current action, as Zach Walsh chips that all the way to Christo Walker on the blue line and gets it deep. Sam Howe looking for a cross-crease pass shot, and Cam Lowe will try and cycle that down low, but not able to do so. Christo Walker does a good job keeping it in at the blue line and getting it off the dasher for Zach Walsh on the opposite boards. Zach Walsh now below the goal line himself, working there with Christo Walker, but that play was broken up there by Forselius. Forselius going rink wide and hit there by Lowe, and Sal will clean it up, and they'll start the breakout again with Cam Lowe. 10:48 left in this third period, as Sal throws a shot on, glove save there by Bouton. He has not faced enough shots, in my opinion, from this Millbrook squad today. As Pomfret comes the other way, Declan Chapman on it for them, as he's working there down low along the wall, along the hash. And that's as far as the D, it's sent deep again. Renaud tumbles to the ice for Millbrook as Chapman tries to get pass off to Noah Webster, who tries to go cross ice for a really good look to Aiden DeRusso, but the net comes off its moorings, so we'll get a stop.
Yeah, fantastic creativity there in the Pomfret offensive zone for this Pomfret team, and that's just exactly what Millbrook's missing. They just don't have any offensive creativity whatsoever. They haven't had really any offensive chances in this game. They've had a couple, but nowhere near what that Pomfret offense is doing. But part of Pomfret's defense, it goes out to them. They've been played really, really well. They do have Josh Milso out now, as we told you guys just a couple moments ago. But still, this Pomfret team has been very sound, both offensively and defensively today, as Huggy makes another save.
Yeah, Huggy has been really good at facing those shots from the point, as we saw another one coming in from Philippe Lamar, doing a good job squaring up, even in a crowded field of view. And it will rim along the wall, cleaned up by Rebello, chucks it off the glass, but only as far as Carter Rugg. So they'll have to restart. Matt Orsini now with it, hooks around, and will try and start a clean breakout, but chucks it into Luke Corrigan instead, and then chips out finally as far as Carter Rugg at the Pomfret blue line. 9:33 left in this third period of action. Pomfret up 5-0 now. Keschner sticking with it along the blue line and gets to Beaufort, who comes out of his net. And it'll be Lamar chipping it to center ice as he's hit by Keschner. And Luke Corrigan tumbles to the ice. And all the way back to Beaufort once again, who plays it up off the glass himself. Urban there taking a little bit of a shot in front of the Pomfret bench. As the puck is tied up along the wall, they stick for it and hold it, trying to get it free as the refs yell to play the puck, not the body. And all the way down as looking for Urban off the wall, and this time it will be icing. It wasn't icing going the other way.
Yeah, Coach Sabelli's not happy with that, or yelling at the refs, him and Coach Harfin. I mean, the refs have been very, inconsistent today, excuse me. They've called some things. Icing has not been their strong suit. Is constant conversation here, seemingly every couple minutes, where refs are doing something wrong.
So it'll be Charlie Falk throwing it down towards the goal line hash, but that's broken up by Millbrook as they come the other way. Korpanicki working with Mazzarelli, but they'll have delayed offside, so they'll have to reset, and Mazzarelli goes to the bench for a change. It'll be Noah Webster now coming the other way, trying to take it himself as a defenseman into the offensive zone. And it'll be Lucy cleaning up his loose puck and coming the other way. Korpanicki down low now as he's behind the goal line. The Pomfret comes out the other way. Lucy throwing a little bit of a good hit there on Tatum Fitzmaurice. Looking for Hennessy wide, who wasn't able to quite get there. And Walsh now with a drive that gets blocked down. And that puck is driven straight out of play. I would say that's delay a game. Straight up over the glass. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. But you get 7:50 left in this third period, and at this point, you almost have to look towards the next matchup. And I know that I've talked to some of the guys before after games, and they love looking at the film immediately after the game, seeing what they can do better, seeing what they can do to make this deficit next time out smaller. One of those guys, Zach Walsh. I mean, I promise you, after the game, he's going to be. Is the film up already? Because he's definitely going to want to get back in there and see what he did wrong as well as the rest of this team to see how they can build towards the next game. So I love that kind of work ethic and that desire to get better from this Millbrook team as they are down 5-0 in the closing moments of this third period.
7:15 left in the third period if you're hopping on board just now. It's 5-0 Pomfret after 3 second period tallies, 1 first period tally, and now a goal in this third period. As Zach Walsh, who Adam Beck just mentioned, sends that one all the way around. Sam Sal there to collect the loose change and try and make a pass, not able to as that was broken up by Forselius. Forselius has been all over the puck and the ice today.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic game for this Pomfret team, captaining them. He's had a goal, but more importantly, he's just showed off that skill and that speed that he possesses.
And so, excuse me, Pomfret will try and get the forecheck going and break it up, and Millbrook will try and get the breakout going. Walker with it now, gets it to the red line and throws it all the way down off the wall. Renaud now with it, not able to keep it. He does keep it in, and gets it below the goal. And something I've noticed all day, I'm sure you have as well, is that Millbrook has not had many clean entries into the zone.
No, and it's part of that high forecheck that Pomfret's playing is nothing is clean that's coming from Millbrook when they have the puck. There's so much pressure from Pomfret, and there's almost no room for Millbrook to operate whatsoever as they try and work this one out of their zone here.
Once again, getting it only as far as the Pomfret D, who comes directly the other way with pace. Trying to work down low below Jake Hugerson behind him. As they do come away with it, and they've set up in the offensive zone successfully once again. They've done that a lot of times today, and it's paid off for them. Shot coming in. Good block there by Panicoli as he got in front of that one. And now Ursini with it as he comes back the other way, trying to break out of Millbrook's zone. Gets through center, gets past a couple guys to the red line. Gets it deep. Philip Lamar there for Pomfret now. And Panicoli picks up that loose puck and moves it to Ursini. Not a quite tape-to-tape pass. He throws it in front, looking for Rebello on the tip job, but couldn't quite get there. So now finally some offensive zone pressure for Millbrook. Panicoli there, looking for Ursini in the high slot. Wasn't quite in the position he wanted. And so Pomfret chips that one out and out of the danger area. Keshner with it directly at the red line. Passing to Mazzarelli, who gets into the zone with a little bit of fancy stick handling. Looking for someone in the slot. Nobody home as Korpanicki was tied up. And they'll get a line change in. 4:29 left in this third period. 5-0 Pomfret. Remind you. And here they come the other way, 3-on-3. With Luke Corrigan on it now, tied up along the wall by Cam Lowe. And Mike Lucy in there as well, of course. Noah Webster. And Mazzarelli now finding a good clean pass to Dan Urban as he comes the other way and gains the Pomfret blue line. Whistled down offside.
So with just over 4 minutes left here, Millbrook down 5-0. Good to see the guys still chasing the game up there, still putting their effort in, and seemingly like they found their legs at this point, because this game at this point is a little bit more even than it has been over the course of the day. But, it's a shame, because if it takes 2.5 periods for you to get settled in, you're not going to win a lot of hockey games, and that's been something that the Millbrook's been struggling with lately. I mean, they've really started slowly in a lot of games. It's literally the same thing happened against Brunswick on Wednesday. They found 3 goals late to make it a little bit more interesting, but Pomfret's doing a really good job defensively. They have shout out to their defense. I mean, they have played really, really well. As looks like Millbrook will go on the power play here.
So yeah, power play, 2 minutes for hooking to Luke Corrigan as he took down Mike Lucy. So we'll get one more power play chance for Millbrook as they've got 2 minutes, just about 3:50 left in this period. Shot goes high and wide for DJ Walsh. Colin Hennessy in the corner on the interchange for DJ Walsh. Now behind the Pomfret net, sends it all the way up to the blue line as Mazzarelli walks across it as he normally does. Puck trickles wide, and that's sent all the way down and cleared by Pomfret. They'll get a change in, get some fresh legs on the penalty kill as Mazzarelli comes the other way with some speed, fakes the pass, keeps stick handling himself all the way down low. The defenseman Fabrizio Mazzarelli sending it all the way around the dasher as Urban plays the D-man role here as Mazzarelli comes back. Not able to get some clean passes in this offensive zone. We've got 1:03 left on the power play. As Urban walks in, takes a shot that's blocked and sticked away. So it comes all the way to Mazzarelli at the blue line again. Pomfret doing a good job keeping their structure on the penalty kill, keeping Millbrook to the outside. Shot there taken by Mazzarelli from the blue line. Save made by Beaufort Buton.
Yeah, and he's been good today. He hasn't seen that many pucks on net. Millbrook hasn't had a lot of offensive opportunities, but the opportunities he has seen, he's done a really good job. Positioning's been there for him, and he's just tracking the puck well with his eyes. But 42 seconds left here on the power play. Millbrook's power play today has just not been good for the most part. They've had a lot of offensive zone time, which is good, and their break-ins have been good. But everything has been to the outside, and that's partially due to a really good job structurally by this Pomfret defense. But more importantly, you've got to get the puck in front of the net.
As Cam Lowe just did there, a good blocker save by Buton. But yeah, I agree. More pucks to the front of the net is going to result in more goals for this Millbrook team. As Lucy now holds it on the dot, sends it cross ice looking for Walsh. Walsh now looking for Dale Campbell, tip in front, but good save made by Buton. As the penalty expires 2-1, and that'll be it for the minor to Luke Corrigan. As Pomfret comes the other way, shot taken, glove down by Hugeson. William Stewart with a goal tonight. Another shot there. He's been good sort of on the back end for Pomfret, one of those depth guys. He's been really good. I think just in general, this Pomfret team is deep, but they've also played really well together.
Yeah, they came out here after what would have been, a 3.5, maybe 3 hour bus ride. Pomfret's not exactly the closest to Millbrook, but they came out here and they put on a show. They really did. They came out ready to play, hungry, and led by their captain, Niels Forselius, they put on a clinic, both offensively and defensively, against this Millbrook squad.
And here they come on the break once again. It's Niels Forselius, as you just mentioned, clean on the breakaway. Great save by Hugeson, and the net comes off. Puck is in the back of the net.
I think Forselius thought he scored, and he has?
I believe no goal. I thought the net came off. The net is off its moorings. Puck is also in the back of the net. I thought Hugeson knocked that net off on the initial save, so I think no goal, as the draw will come inside the zone. So, as I just said, no goal as the net came off its mooring. An excellent save sprawling out by Hugeson.
Yeah, but I think that Forselius beat Hugeson there. It's just that back pad, or that back leg from Hugeson kind of knocked the net loose. And then it ended up not counting the goal, but really good move from Forselius once again. Him on the breakaway is scary. He's got great hands, and he is a very good hockey player, this captain for this Pomfret side.
Yeah, Niels Forselius, senior out of Gulfport, Connecticut. Like you said, one of three captains for this team. Their goalie, Boton, also wears a C. Not something you see all the time. Anyway, D'Souza now looking for Nolan Cadu. Nolan Cadu, someone who was a walk-on onto this Millbrook varsity team. He played JV hockey last year. He worked his tail off to get onto this varsity team. So good to see him getting some minutes in this game.
It is good to see, as well as Mac Elliott, number 3 in blue. Normally a defenseman for this Millbrook team, but he's playing forward this year.
And Pomfret, once again on the break, they've got numbers 3-on-2, not able to find a tape-to-pay pass, so Christo Walker will go the opposite direction, finding Mac Elliott, who you just mentioned, with a good shot. Low and on the far pad. That's what coaches always teach you, looking for a rebound. Good chance in front there, but Krista Walker couldn't get any fiberglass on it to put that in the back of the net. Chucked up off the glass. Just 20 seconds left as Ursini will clean it up. And the final seconds tick down as we're whistled down offsides. And another chapter in the Battle of Route 44 is about to close. Pomfret getting the better of Millbrook once again. Millbrook sort of opening up a rivalry against Pomfret with the first annual Millbrook Pomfret Day this year. Was the vision of headmaster and class of 98, Mr. Jonathan Downs, for a while. So possibly a rivalry born between these two teams. Not looking like a rivalry matchup today, but the Battle of Route 44 hopefully will stay intact as this game comes to a close. And hopefully the Mustangs will get the better of Pomfret next time down Battle of Route 44. Thank you as always for joining us. I'm Charlie Kay, joined by Adam Beck. We'll see you next time.